Hi, I'm connecting live to do a sound test. I just did a live broadcast with a colleague of mine and we experienced a little bit of sound interference, which I want to ensure does not happen on future recordings. So I'm doing this live broadcast to YouTube, but really it's just to test my audio and ensure that the noise interference that we detected on a previous live call about an hour ago does not reoccur, because I obviously don't want to interrupt the broadcast or detract from the quality of the broadcast with some sounds that interfere. I certainly can't detect any interference at the moment. I'm hoping that this will prove so. Just checking that, yes, I've got everything connected that I had exactly as I had it in the previous broadcast. So maybe I can read a short passage to just ensure that the quality of the next one is good. So let me find, in fact, a story that I can read, which will be Little Nate stories, children's stories written by a BNI director and a very good friend of mine, Dr. Odi Abachakra. So I'm going to read from Mind Magic, Little Nate Adventures, Mind Magic, Chapter 1. Just get it so I can see it properly. Little Nate is a boy who loves life and dreams of living forever. He lives on the island of Paradise. Each day is filled with incredible adventures, lessons, and some not so fun stuff too, all of which little Nate is always inspired to share. Little Nate knows that the gift of life is given a day at a time, so he lives each day to the fullest. Little Nate especially loves the Speedy River. It connects Paradise to all the other islands. Roto is his super-fast canoe. One day, little Nate was seated in Roto, enjoying a soft avocado. From behind the bushes, Henry the hyena and Cool Cat the cheetah were watching him. Henry had something to say. Little Nate, you come to the east side of Paradise Island whenever you want, and you park your super slow canoe wherever you want. You act like you are king of the jungle, when everybody knows I am. I'm challenging you to a fight. Yes, a fight, echoed Cool Cat in a stuttering voice. What could little Nate do? After all, he was alone. Little Nate had to think fast. Well, you have your sharp teeth and mighty strong jaws. How about I go quickly and get my weapons? Then you can have your fight, he answered. Little Nate thought about running away, but he knew he wouldn't get far. Cool Cat nodded his head. Henry, your weapons are stronger than any weapons little Nate has. Let him get his silly weapons. I can't wait to see them. I can't wait, said an excited Cool Cat. As little Nate was about to walk away, he turned to Henry and said, Just so you don't forget where exactly to meet, how about I tie you to this tree? This made Henry mad, but to little Nate's surprise he agreed. Using vines as ropes, Cool Cat tied Henry up. Little Nate just barely got out of the way as Henry decided to swipe at him. Henry waited and waited and waited some more, but there was no sign of little Nate. It became very clear to Henry he had been beaten by the greatest weapon of all the islands. Not something carried in a pocket, and not something hidden in a roto. The super-fast canoe. Little Nate's weapon was his powerful mind. That's Little Nate Adventures Mind Magic, Chapter 2. Thank you for listening. Colin Horner, Visual Thinking, the Digital Doodler.